Welcome viewers once again to TV Box Top, the channel for the best reviews in TV boxes and accessories. On today's video, Mecool takes the spotlight with the release of a new TV box that's not only a TV box but a Google smart home device. Introducing the Mecool Smart Home Plus KA1 Google certified streaming smart home device. This is the 4GB, 32GB model running on the Amlogic S905X4 CPU on the latest Android 11 TV OS operating system. There is also a 2GB, 16GB model. This device has lots of features and there is a lot more you can do with it besides stream movies and TV shows. So to find out all that there is to know about this amazing product, stay tuned. My full review is up next. Welcome back. In the box contains the KA1 smart home device itself. You get one Mecool Bluetooth voice remote control with Google Assistant feature, one HDMI cable, a 12 volts 2 amps DC power adapter, and a user manual. Its exterior housing is an all-plastic design with a center console consisting of 4 LED indicators that also has a touch feature for its play pause function. It has a mic privacy mute button for quick and easy switching off of its Google far-field voice feature when not needed. It has dual far-field microphones and a fabric covering over its dual 5 watts RMS internal speakers, and it also covers a pair of touch volume controls on either side, as I will demonstrate later in the video. For input-output peripherals, to its rear has one HDMI port, one Ethernet LAN port, one USB 3.0 port, a reset button, and the DC power socket. At the front has an infrared sensor, and below has 4 anti-skid rubber feet and no coolant vents. So I've successfully connected the box to my 4K TV and capture card, and when you start up for the first time, you have the Android TV animation for a few seconds, then you're presented with the pairing of the Bluetooth remote. This is done by pressing and holding the OK button and the volume down button until the box automatically detects and pair to it. Once this is done, you are taken to the launcher. So here we are at the launcher. This launcher is built on the Android 11 TV OS SDK, and here is its firmware build information. This firmware is Google certified with Google Widevine Level 1 with HDCP 2.3 protection. This means that you can play apps such as Amazon Prime Video, Disney+, HBO Max and others in HD and 4K. However, the box does not have a Netflix ESN certification, which means you will have to use a modified version of the app along with your subscription to view movies in at least HD. With this firmware, you get 4K 2160p resolution up to 59.94 Hz. It has HDR display with the option to set it to adaptive HDR. This adaptive feature ensures that the HDR feature on your TV is only activated when needed. It has HDMI CEC options, a forced horizontal landscape display option, an audio output option to switch whether you want audio through the HDMI or always through its internal speaker. You also have the option to enable or disable surround sound audio. You have 54 various languages to choose from, Android TV OS home screen options, Google Assistant feature, and built-in Chromecast. Before I proceed with the rest of its TV box features, I would first like to focus on its Google Smart Home feature. At first, it might be a bit confusing understanding how to activate and use the Google Far-Field feature because the manual states that you simply enter the settings area and enable the OK Google detection switch, but this is not the case because after a firmware update, that feature was removed, leaving you with no clear instructions on how to use it. There are 2 ways to use the Google Assistant feature, the first being with the included voice remote, where you can simply press the Google Assistant button and perform a search or speak your command. Hey Google, what's the traffic like in Miami, Florida?
There's moderate traffic in Miami. It's slower than usual.
Hey Google, what's the weather like in Miami, Florida?
Currently in Miami, Florida, United States, it's 83 degrees and clear. Friday, it'll be partly cloudy, with a high of 88 and a low of 78. Due to the current humidity, it feels like it's 91.
OK Google, homepage. The second way is to use the Google Far Field feature to perform search and commands without the use of the remote, and you can also use it to control smart home devices. The KA1 comes with Google Assistant that can be connected to your Google Smart Home account that you first set up on your mobile phone. Then you scan with your mobile phone and add the KA1 as an additional device to your Google Home account, which then makes it part of the ecosystem. To start using the Google Far Field feature, you first have to manually activate it by pressing the privacy button, ensuring that it's in the down position. You then have to restart the box. If you don't restart the box, you will not get the Far Field feature. Once restarted, you can then use the privacy button to turn this feature on or off when needed. If you restart the box with the privacy button in an up position, the entire Far Field feature will be deactivated, which will require you to press it again and restart the box to get it working. This information is not in the manual. So here I've connected a smart light switch to my Google Home account, and on my cell phone I've added the KA1 as one of the devices that can control it. And now I'll do a quick demonstration. Hey Google, turn off the lights.
Alright, turning the office lights off.
Hey Google, turn on the lights.
Got it, turning the office lights on.
This can be done with any smart device, whether it be your air conditioning, a smart plug, smart home appliances, your electronic gate, and more. Hey Google, turn off the lights.
Alright, turning the office lights off.
Its Google Smart features do not end there. You don't need to have the KA1 connected to a display to use it. If you unplug the HDMI cable or start the box without a display plugged in, it will automatically activate its internal speaker system. This way, you can use its Google Assistant feature to play music like a Google Nest device located on a shelf somewhere in the kitchen, living room, bedroom, or anywhere in your home. Hey Google, play the latest R&B radio station.
Okay, check out this latest R&B music station on YouTube.
This device also has some cool touch control features. If you touch and hold the LED indicators for 1 second, it will activate the Google Search or Google Commands feature. If you tap on the LED indicators, it will play or pause your current video or media player. Hey Google, play the latest news by MSNBC.
Alright, here's the latest news from MSNBC.
The Russell family held a small private funeral for Bill Russell today in Seattle. The pallbearers were led.
And if you touch either side of the fabric, it controls the volume lever. Each touch command is indicated by a clicking sound. So that's its Google Assistant, Far Field, and Smart Home feature. Let's now return to its TV box features and have a look at its system and hardware information, and let's see what's driving this device. The manufacturer of this SoC is Amlogic, and it runs on 4GB of LPDDR4 RAM and 32GB of internal storage. Its Bluetooth version is 5.0. Its CPU is the Amlogic S905X4, which is a quad-core Cortex A55 CPU clocked at 2.0 GHz configured in a 32-bit mode, which means it can only run 32-bit apps and games. Its GPU is the Mali G31 with OpenGL ES version 3.2. It has dual band 2.4 plus 5 GHz Wi-Fi. Its operating system, as we already know, is Android 11, internally codenamed Red Velvet Cake, and it shows here that it's not rooted. Under devices, it shows that its GPU has Vulkan support version 1.1. Its temperature sensor, as usual, is disabled by Mecool. And under codecs, it shows that it has video decoders such as HEVC, MPEG-4, VP9 and AV1 for the playback of 4K HDR videos. It also shows that it has audio decoders such as DTS HD and EAC3 for the playback of Dolby and DTS surround sound audio. There are no Dolby Vision decoders in this list. And that's its system and hardware information. So returning now to its Android TV box features. As mentioned, this box is fully Google certified with the digital rights to play premium movie services in HD and 4K. However, it does not have a separate Netflix ESN certification that would allow you to use your HD or 4K subscription on this box. If you do have an HD or 4K subscription, you can get Netflix in at least HD 1080p with a modified APK. However, please note, this APK is not a hack to get free Netflix, and it still requires that you have a paid subscription. Also, it only works on boxes that has Google Widevine Level 1 with HDCP protection such as this box. So here it shows in a movie description the HD icon is available, however you don't get 4K. This modified version does not work with the Mecool Bluetooth remote. You would have to use either a PC mouse or an Air mouse controller. For more information about how to get this modified version, you would have to contact me directly at tvboxstop@gmail.com. Here I'm using my Amazon Prime Video account and it shows in 4K Ultra HD resolution. As for YouTube, the Android TV version comes standard on this operating system and it shows up to 4K 2160p resolution and in HDR quality. Here is the stats for nerds information, and while playing videos, the HDR feature was triggered on my TV. For casting your mobile devices, it has built-in Chromecast, and using the Google Home app or any casting app, you can mirror your mobile device. Also, you can use the Chromecast feature with the in-apps such as YouTube and Amazon Prime Video. If you have self-hosted videos in HD or 4K HDR formats, the KA1 has the required decoders to play them. Using the MX player or any compatible media player, you can play formats such as HEVC, TS, MPEG-4, MKV and AV1. It also activates the HDR feature on your TV. And you can also get the HLG HDR feature if your TV supports that higher format.
and only a win for Barca would be enough, because it would give them the same number of points as Atletico, but the head-to-head goal difference is what counts in the case of a tie on points. The mosaic.
So in this test, it played all of the video formats without sticking or freezing up, and it activated the HDR and the HLG HDR feature on my TV. For enthusiasts of surround sound audio, the KA1 comes with the Dolby and the DTS audio decoders. However, during my initial testing, I was able to get Dolby Atmos, DTS virtualization and the Dolby surround. I could not get DTS-X, DTS HD Master Audio or Dolby True HD.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels to moving around.
For testing its Bluetooth connectivity and stability, I connected my Bluetooth gamepad and the connection is stable. I will now use it to play a couple Android games to test its GPU graphics rendering performance. Its temperature sensor is disabled, so I cannot monitor for overheating. So its graphics performance is okay when you set it to medium, as higher settings tend to throttle. So to close off, let's take a look at its benchmarks and where it places on the rankings chart. First, its RAM and internal storage benchmarks. It has a RAM copy speed of 3401 megabytes per second, Its internal storage has a read speed of 133 megabytes per second and a write speed of 54. The test performed on its Wi-Fi bands and Ethernet LAN port shows that on the 5 GHz band, based on my network speed of 250 megabits per second, it achieved the maximum speed of my bandwidth. The 2.4 GHz band achieved over 42% over 100 megabits per second, which is very good for the 2.4 GHz band in this instance, as most boxes fall below 60. And its LAN port, which is not a gigabit LAN port, achieved 36%. In the Geekbench 4 CPU benchmark, it scored 838 single-core and 2,345 multi-core. In the 3DMark Graphics benchmark, it scored 6,047 in the iStorm Extreme test, 598 in the Slingshot test, and 376 in the Slingshot Extreme test with Vulkan support. And in the Antutu Comprehensive benchmark, it scored 99,689. And that's the last of its benchmarks. Let's now see where it places on my rankings chart. So after entering the scores on my chart, the new Mecool KA1 is at position number 23 in reference to Antutu benchmark scores, which is a good position on this chart for this box. If you would like to view this chart, you can do so on my website, where you can maximize it and compare various benchmark scores and features. And I also provide price comparison and product links using these boxes right here. See the link in the description for more information. In summary, the HomePlus KA1 is truly a remarkable device. I really like its Google Smart Home features and the fact that it can operate as an independent shelf smart device as well as a full-fledged Android TV box. The things you can do with this device is far-reaching, and the performance of its hardware is of a very high standard with benchmarks to prove it. Its built-in speakers and touch controls are features not seen in any Android streaming device, and its Wi-Fi and Bluetooth reception is one of the best I've seen. With that said, it does have a few cons, starting with it only has one USB port. Its LAN port is not a gigabit LAN port. It does not have an official Netflix ESN certification. Its user manual needs to be updated, as it can lead to the user getting confused as to how to use its smart features. And for surround sound audio, it uses DTS virtualization instead of DTS-X and the DTS HD Master Audio. So friends, that brings to an end this review. Out of the many boxes, there are some that we can say are crappy boxes, some are okay, some are very high quality performance models, and there are those, such as this one, that's truly unique and falls within its own category. I'm truly impressed with the quality you get with this purchase, and I'll be keeping this one for my personal use. I highly recommend that you get it if you are considering this device for its smart features, but there aren't many places where you can find it. So to get your hands on the 4GB 32GB model or the 2GB 16GB model with a huge discount, you can get it from today's sponsor geekbuying.com for only $169.99 with an additional discount coupon using the link in the description below this video. The link in the description is my affiliate link, and using it to purchase supports this channel directly and provides the means for me to acquire new products for review. So thanks in advance for using my links and supporting this channel. I also forgot to mention in the intro that there's also a DVB TV tuner model to connect your over-the-air antennas for live TV channels. So I encourage you to give this video the thumbs up to show your support and to thank Mecool for providing something new and innovative, as they are consistent and continue to provide new products for their customers. If this is the first time landing on one of my videos, do me a favor and hit that like and subscribe button along with the notifications bell to keep in the loop as to when I release new videos or decide to do a giveaway. I really appreciate you taking the time to watch this video. Stay tuned and see you in the next one.